Jungkook POV. It had been 2 weeks since my unexpected run-in with the Mafia. 2 weeks since I looked death in the face and somehow walked away. I knew everything his father had done. The rumors were endless, the crimes countless. And even though I believed he was capable of the same things, I wasn't afraid anymore. He was under house arrest and I was a nobody. Clearly, he'd already forgotten about me. Or at least, that's what I thought. Until midday, when another breaking news alert lit up my phone. Kim Tae-hyung released. I stared at the screen in disbelief. Somehow, his record was squeaky clean. Not a single charge, not even a warning. The late mafia boss's son, completely untouched by the law. They'd only put him on house arrest because of his bloodline, because they assumed he must have been involved in whatever shady business his father left behind. Society was so broken, so backwards. It's like you need to be Einstein just to understand how the system works anymore. But whatever. I wasn't going to waste energy trying to untangle the corrupt web of power. At that moment, my biggest problem was trying to answer one of life's weirdest questions. Do lizards make a sound when they die? And if so, where do they go afterward? You might ask how I even came up with that. It was Saturday, which meant no class and no shift at the restaurant. I figured I'd clean the apartment since I had nothing better to do. Besides, it was starting to look like a scene from a low-budget horror film. The water had been cut off, again, so I used the old leaky faucet outside to fill a bucket. Yes, I live a very luxurious life, clearly. As I turned to head back inside, something dropped from above. A nearly see-through lizard, huge, pale, and looking way too casual for something that had almost landed on my head. If it had, I swear I would have died from a heart attack. What was that stupid thing even doing to lose its balance like that? Shaking off the scare, I returned to my apartment door with the bucket filled with water in hand, only to freeze. There was a massive padlock on my front door. What the f... I whispered. I clearly remembered paying my rent yesterday, even though my boss had deducted 101, because her brat of a daughter claimed I was eating customers' untouched food. I heard footsteps behind me and turned to see Mr. Han, my landlord who had came to Italy illegally long ago. He was hobbling down the stairs with a worn-out suitcase. "Mr. Han," I called out. He paused for a moment, but didn't look me in the eye. "I'm sorry, young boy. The rent has gone up. I sold the building to a man who gave me enough money to last 5 years. Wait! Mr. Han." I tried to follow him, but he hurried down the last few steps. "Damn it, Jungkook. What now? Your life just keeps getting more complicated," he muttered in Italian as he disappeared. I blinked at him, annoyed. You know, since English and Japanese are the only other languages I speak, I have no idea what you just said. But it sounded disgusting as hell. And that's when I saw him, standing just a few feet away. "You," I hissed, narrowing my eyes at the devil in black. I should have known he had something to do with this. He looked every bit the walking threat he was, dressed head to toe in black, his body annoyingly perfect, like some kind of dark angel. "You should have taken my offer, pretty boy," he said smoothly, stepping closer. "You can have anything you want. Just name it, and it's yours." I glared at him, my voice cold. "What do you want from me? Why pick me? Why make me your next victim?" He frowned, scratching the side of his neck with his index finger. "That's not what this is, Jungkook. I just want you to get to know me. That's all." I laughed bitterly. Why the hell would I want to get to know you? You threatened me. You locked me out of my home. And now what? Am I supposed to sit down and have tea with you while we discuss your favorite romantic movies? I'm not really a fan of romantic movies, babe. He scratched the side of his neck with his index finger. A frown. See on his handsome, stupid face, I groaned, pulling at my hair in frustration. This guy made me want to cry, scream, and laugh, all at the same time. Please, baby, just give me one chance. That word, baby. Only one person had ever called me that before. The only person who ever really cared about me. And just like that, the rain starts to fall. Shit, I heard him whisper as tears streamed down my face. Normally I was stronger than this, but once a month I'd become an emotional mess, crying over cat videos, cute animals, and now this mafia nightmare. I f***ing hate it when boys like you cry, he muttered, before wrapping his arms around my waist and pulling me against his chest. A hard wall of muscle that, to my shame, felt comforting. Hush, Jungkook. Believe me, I never wanted to make you cry. Let go! I push him away from me, then immediately miss the warmth body had to offer. Discreetly, I pinch myself to snap out of these stupid thoughts. Nothing warm or comforting about a murderer. He stared at me confused. I didn't mean to. When have you ever done something you actually meant to do, brother? Said a new voice. We both turned. Standing a few steps away was the guy I'd seen at the restaurant 2 weeks ago. Yu-gyom, I told you to stay in the car. When was the last time I ever listened to what you had to say? Listen, I don't work for you, the boy replied. The Mafia was about 3 inches taller than him. They shared similar features. This Yu-gyom guy wore a grey hoodie, blue jeans, and was just good looking. He came closer until he was standing next to whom I assume his older brother. His eyes studied me from head to toe. I see why the fucker likes you, he said casually. You're gorgeous. I blinked, totally speechless. I'm Kim Yu-gyom, he continued. Look, I know my brother can be a pain in the ass, but I also know he didn't mean to hurt you. Not really. I just stared at him, dumbfounded. Taehyung cleared his throat. I'm Jungkook, I finally mumbled. Yu-gyom shared a look with his brother before his eyes met my once, then said, Do you have any friends, Jungkook? Why is that even relevant? When he realized I wasn't going to give him answer, he continued, There's a saying, you should keep friends in high places. We're the kind of friends you need even if you don't know it yet. We're not as bad as the police or the media makes us seem. Just think about it. He turned to his brother, who was still looking at me like I was the answer to all his problems, and slapped him on the back of the head. Face. Ow! You stupid piece of sh*! Why did you do that? Taehyung snapped. I couldn't help it. A small smile tugged at my lips as I watched them bicker like idiots. Give him the damn key, Yu-gyom muttered. As if just remembering something, Taehyung turned back to me. His expression softened. He stepped closer, reached into his back pocket, and pulled out a small silver key. He took my right hand gently, placed the key into my palm, and held it there. The small gesture made my heart beat rapidly. I won't stop until I earn your trust, Jungkook, he said quietly. His eyes locked onto mine. I couldn't speak. My mind was blank. My heart, a mess. Give him some breathing space now, brother, Yu-gyom called out, snapping me out of the haze. I'll be seeing you soon, Taehyung added, stepping away and following Yu-gyom down the stairs. Yu-gyom gave me a small wave before disappearing out of sight. And just like that, I was alone again, key in hand, heart in turmoil. and life somehow even more complicated than before.